Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm back with another video. I'm gonna be doing a long set with a bunch of designs. Every finger is gonna have a design. Got some chrome, got some French, some nail art, some charms, bunch of little designs. So she's a nail biter, and with my nail biters, I always take my time when it comes to prep because I do not want their nails to lift. When they're a nail biter, it's harder because they have a lot. Well, most nail biters always have more cuticle area than others, like a lot of dead skin and stuff. So I have to make sure I take all the dead skin off. And I'm using my cuticle bit that I got from Amazon, and it will be on my Amazon storefront. And now I'm going in with my sanding bit. Of course, it's not going this fast. With your sanding bit, you want to use it on the lowest speed so you don't cause any damage to your client nails. And also, the tip that I always recommend is to get very close to the cuticle area so you could get all of that dead skin off. That's very important. Make sure you move your client nails from sidewalls to sidewalls so you can get all underneath the dead skin and remove all the shine off the natural nail plate, because that's gonna cause no lifting. If you're having a problem with your nails lifting or they're not lasting a full 2 weeks, at least, your nails should at least last you a full 2 weeks before they start popping off or before you need a refill. Some nails last you longer than that. It all depends on the client. But I do recommend that you really take all that shine off the nail and dust the nails off completely, just to make sure it's very ashy and it's not shiny at all. And then I always nip this dead skin. Not all clients have to do this, but if they have a lot of skin around the area, around the cuticle area, you want to make sure you nip it off. Remember, I said to make sure you dust the nails off completely. This is what I mean. I'm using my young nail swipe, and then I'm going to go in with my nail tips, and these tips are on my Amazon storefront. They're going to be listed down below in the description. These are my go-to square straight tips. I love using these tips. Sometimes it all depends on the client fingers. Not every client can get a straight nail tip. Some clients, you do have to recommend the curved nail tips or tips that's a little bit more wider than the straight skinny square nail tips. As you can notice, I'm going to be taking a nail tip, bringing it to the knuckles, and then sliding it down. That's just so I can make sure I have a very straight nail tip, no matter how crooked the client nails is. If you do this, it's going to come out straight. And of course, I'm using the KDS nail glue, which you can find on Amazon. So now that I have my tips on, I'm going to make sure I look at the nails first to make sure no nails are crooked. And then I'm going to go in with my scissors and cut the tip to my client's desired length. And by the way, this was my client's very first time doing long nails. I'm so happy I was able to be the first person that give her long nails on her first time coming to me. But now I'm going to use my same sanding bit and just blend out the sides of the nails, and then I'm going to blend out the nail tip so that way when I lay that acrylic, it's going to look very natural. And me blending out the sides of the nail, it's the same thing as if I was using a nail file. Like, you know how some people blend out the nail tips with the nail file? It's the same thing. I just find it easier to do it with the nail drill. It's easier and faster. That's just to me. I don't know. As a nail tech, I can really say that you're gonna find what works for you. Not everything you see is gonna work for you, or not everything you do is gonna be something you're gonna continue doing. As you grow as a nail tech, things are gonna change. Now I'm going to be using my Young Nails Protein Bond, and I'm going to apply this to the nail 2 times. But before you apply your Young Nails Protein Bond, you want to make sure the nails are dry. If you notice, I went to the middle finger first, only just because the other 2 fingers was not completely dry yet, so I went with the middle finger. Always make sure they're dry before you add the protein bond. The acrylic I'm using today is from Valentino Cover Classic Nude. And I like Valentino acrylic because they have a lot of different kind of nudes. And I like that. I like a brand that has multiple colors. I don't too much care for brands that have so much color acrylic but not a nice cover color, if that makes sense. I like to have a nice cover color and a nice color acrylic. Nowadays it's mostly cover colors, like everybody is doing nude, pink, white, and stuff like that. So I don't know, y'all tell me if y'all think color acrylic is getting out of style or something, because I just always have clients that want nude, and they always want French. So I don't know if it's just color acrylic is getting out of style, but I'm gonna still use my color acrylic because I have them and I'm not wasting my money. And if you're wondering what brush I'm using the Kiara Sky brush, a size 12. For my extra long nails, I use a size 22, but the brush is from Pana. It's on Amazon. If you're a beginner, just invest in a good brush. A good brush is going to help you lay the acrylic down. So invest in a very good brush. And another thing, paper towels. Do not use cheap paper towels. I ran out of the paper towels I use, which is the Scott Blue. Yeah, it's a Scott Blue paper towel. I use it and I love, that's my favorite paper towel, but I ran out of it, so I'm just using this basic paper towel that I had at my house. And it's not it at all. It's not. It get acrylic stuck in my brush. It's just a lot. So always get a nice paper towel, a good investment, very good. Like it's either the Scott paper towel that I use, the blue one, or the Bounty one. I like that one, Bounty paper towels. And I think that's like my only 2 paper towels I ever use besides me running out. And I don't really run out of paper towel because I always order my stuff ahead of time. But I don't know why I thought I had like 3 more rows left. I don't know. I guess they got up and walked away because I couldn't find them. So I just ordered some off Amazon. And it's like a roll of like 12 paper towels for like $30, like $35, 35. Yeah, I think it's $35. It's on Amazon. So invest in good paper towel. When you're doing nails or you're just starting off doing nails, the most important thing you want to work on is application. Once you get application down pat, it's going to be so much easier to do nails. And then once you get the application down pat, I would say master shaping, and then the designs and everything is going to come along. You're giving me wind and rain. And like I said earlier in the video, as a nail tech, you will find your own style, and then you will also change. So things that work for you in the beginning may not. You might find another way to do it. You might, watch a YouTube video or see another nail tech do something different from you, and you go along with that. So everything you see, just watch, learn, and apply it. If it works for you, it works for you. If you find another way, so be it. So find what works for you as a nail tech. Be your own person. Be your own nail tech. Find what works for you, and also do nails on yourself so you can see how it feels when you do nails on others. So that way you can see if your nails are lasting, if you're lifting, how long it lasts. If you're cutting people when you're doing a drill, do it on yourself first so that way you can know exactly what type of nail tech you are to others.
But I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak my mind. Oh. You're chilling when the rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, oh.
Now that I am done with the application, I'm going to use my 5-in-1 nail bit, and I get this bit from Amazon. And with this bit, I'm just going to seal around the cuticle area. That's very, very important. Make sure you seal your cuticles, because that will not cause you to have nails that lift. And also make sure you're getting underneath the nail. I hate when I used to get my nails done from, whoever, and they used to leave the acrylic underneath my nail. Like, I hate seeing that acrylic. So I always make sure I take that acrylic from underneath the nail. Me personally, I like to drill the nails first and then go in with the nail file. At first, I used to always go in with the nail file first and then go in with the drill. But I find it so much easier. It's not so much work on my hand when I'm doing the filing, because with the e-file, I can already pre-shape the nails already, like take all that extra acrylic from underneath the nail. And then when I go in with my hand file, I'm just really making the shape more crispier, if that makes sense. If you are scared when it comes down to using the drill, all you have to do is make sure you're pulling your client's skin back, so that way you don't have that extra acrylic stuck in an area where it's hard for you to take it off because you're scared you're going to cut the client. And me personally, since I started doing nails, I haven't really cut anybody. I'm pretty sure I cut somebody like in the beginning, but once I got the hang of doing the nails and got over my fear of doing the drill and working with it, I was okay. Always make sure you use your pinky nail. I mean, not your pinky nail, but your pinky finger to have control over the drill. And then pull the skin back. Like, if you notice, I keep on pulling the skin back every time I'm going into a new area to drill off for the very first time, because a lot of times that's just acrylic stuck there on the skin. I used to be so scared to put my drill on high, like a high speed. I wouldn't go past 7 or 8, like on my drill, the numbers on the drill, because I used to be so scared. But once I got the hang of it, I'm on a high speed. Like, I used to drill on a high speed with no problem. Now I'm going to be going in with that same sanding bit just to smooth out the nail and to kind of like crisp up the edges before I use my hand file. And I like to use an 80/80 grit nail file when I'm filing the nails. And now I'm using the 80/80 grit nail file like I told you I would. 80/80 grit nail files just get the job done. If you don't want to be there all night shaping nails, get an 80 grit nail file. But make sure you keep your shape. Like, using the 80/80 grit nail file, because it is a higher grit, you can easily overfile the nails, and you do not want that, because once you overfile the nail, then it's going to be having to add more acrylic. It's just going to be a lot of a whole mess. So just make sure if you filing the nail with an 80 grit nail file, you count just to make sure you do not overfile the nail. So if you're doing one side, count to like 1 2 3 and then do the other side 1 2 3, just so it won't be uneven and out of shape. Before I draw my Frenchies, I like to use a matte top coat first and cure it in the lamp for 60 seconds. And then I will go in with the gel polish. I'm using the Madam Glam Perfect Black gel polish. And then I'm just going to draw Frenchies on, I think, 1 or 2 nails. And then I'm going to do another design. So just keep on watching. This is the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment. Bye.